Hi there, Biny here. Yeah, so we've gotten to the point where we're going to work with checkboxes in Microsoft Power Automate. And the checkbox manipulation is pretty much like the one that we did for radio buttons. You can check out the video for that. And so what we'll do is we're going to identify the UI element and then we just have it click on it. So we could also use keyboard shortcuts where we tab and then use space to select it. Okay, that's also another option. So for instance, we know that right after we are done with the drop down, we just tab and we are in there, and then we are able to select it. So let's look at it this way. I think with this tool we are going to have to approach it in three different methods. The first method is going to be that we will use the default approach for selecting checkboxes. Go in here, we into the actions area, and then we search for check. We'll drag it and drop it there. We'll select the check UI element that we grabbed earlier. I'll disable this, it's optional anyway, and then have that. So let's run it and see. Alright, so it's able to select the checkbox for us. Okay, good. So that is method 1. Let's disable that. Let's move to method 2. And again, I'm going to comment that out. We'll be doing method 2 now. After that, we do method 3. So method 2, then method 3. Good. So let's look at method 2. Method 2, we are going to work with the keyboard. Okay, let me refresh the page. Yeah, so with method 2, what we are going to do is first we'll focus on it and then we select it. So let's do the focus. We'll pick that from here, drag it in there, and select our UI element. You can also search for it so that you get it quickly. So check. Go in here, I will disable this since the page is already loaded. And once we are focused on it, we need to select it. So to select it, like I said, we are going to use the send keys. We are relying on the keyboard, so we use the send keys. And to select something, you could use the check mark, space. So what I'll do is type out the keystroke for the space bar, so that is space, and I think that's pretty much it. Let's run it and see. So you focus on it, then you select it. That's what we are saying here, and it does it. Good. So that is method 2. Let's save that. Then we move on to method 3. Let me disable this. And for method 3, we are going to again script that. We come to browser automation, we are using JavaScript. We come in here. I like to get rid of this. Then we would like to know the selector for this. Okay, and so what we have to do, you can inspect the page and let's see what the selector for this. Type checkbox, that should be able to select it, or ID. In this case we used accommodation, so any of these should be able to select it. Okay, so an input element, an element with an input tag, that has an attribute of type checkbox, or you could say an ID of accommodation. all of these should work, right? So let's come in here and then type return document dot query selector. You could also have done it with the get element by, and then we use that ID or stuff like that, but let me use the query selector method. So sorry, selector, single quoting here, and we are targeting an input tag, square bracket to specify the attribute. Let's use type let's do checkbox. Yeah, I could also use the ID anyway, but let me just use this. Then what are we going to do this time? We are not really setting the value, but we are going to specify that we want it checked. Okay, and you can do that with the mouse action. Normally you click, so we'll do click, right? And I think that should do. Let's save that and see. Make sure the console is closed before you run, otherwise it will not run. Okay, so I'll refresh the page to ensure that we have a fresh. Then come here. Forgot to save. Let me save that. All right, so let's run it and see if it works. I'm hoping it works, and yes, it works. So that is how it's done. Okay, so you just write out this small simple code and then you get it to select it. Okay, good. So these are the three methods that for now we are saying you can use. Okay, so you can choose to use the first method or the second method with the keystrokes, or our JavaScript method. The one that suits you, you go at it. Thank you so much for joining me for this session. See you in the next one. Thank you.